Hey friends, Jennifer here with Marrero Family Farm. Thank you for stopping by the channel today. I wanted to show you something that I do with my eggs when they start getting old. We always get an abundance of eggs, and we try to eat quite a bit of eggs in this house, but we're still not being able to keep up with the amount of eggs that we get. But nothing ever goes to waste. So what I'm doing now is I'm basically just checking them, putting them in the water. If they float, they're bad. I'm setting those aside. And if they're good, I'm setting those aside. And the ones that are bad, I'm just gonna cook them up and put them in a Tupperware or something so we can feed them back to the pigs and the chickens. If they'll eat it, they can have it as well. So why don't we just go ahead and get these eggs checked. So as you can see over here, I have all of these eggs, including these, that I need to check to see if they are good or bad. I've already checked all of these, and these are all good. These are good as well. I have an extra bag. The ones in this black bucket here, these are all brand new, so I don't need to check these, but these are all from April. So I'm gonna check these and see what needs to be tossed in this bag here, and that's how I'm gonna just separate them. And these are the ones that were picked today. I don't know why this is in there, but these were picked today. So let's go ahead and let's see what floats and what doesn't.
Stuff on it.
These are actually all from this month, so I will not check these. Yeah. So as you can see, I write the date on mine, and they do not go bad. It does not ruin the egg. It does not do anything to it. But those were all from this month. They were just the newer ones that were at the bottom, or the older ones from this month that were at the bottom. So as you can see, we already have these two floaters. So these we know are bad. And this, we're gonna have quite a bit of floaters in this one, I'm sure. Now I'm just gonna kind of go through and clean them since they've already been in the water. I'm just gonna make sure that they're all really clean, and then I'll probably go ahead and put them in the refrigerator. Since I've checked them all and all of these are good and they've already been in the water, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean them off and make sure there's nothing dirty on them, and then I can put these in the refrigerator to make them last a little bit longer. But most of these are from about mid-April or so, and they're still pretty good. So that's excellent news. We just need to hurry up and do something with them, whether it's going to be water bathing, freezing them, dehydrating them, or pickling them, although my pickling hasn't been so good. I might go ahead and hard boil some so we have some to eat, and then we'll use them for breakfast burritos, scrambled eggs, and whatnot. But I'm gonna go ahead and scramble up the bad eggs. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cook up all these eggs, and you know, it's just cooking up some eggs. Now something I am gonna do, I'm gonna put some red pepper flakes. So red pepper flakes, chickens cannot taste spice, and the red pepper is gonna help make that yolk nice and pretty vibrant orange color. I'm just throwing in a little oil just so they don't stick. Hopefully none of them smell bad. Of course, the really bad ones squirt on me. So there you have it, some nice scrambled eggs for these wonderful chickens and our piggies. That's one thing about being on a homestead. When you are growing some of your own food, nothing ever goes to waste when you have chickens and pigs. They will eat pretty much anything. Then goats will eat like your leftover like leafy greens and stuff like that, some fruits sometimes, but they could be a little bit more on the picky side, where pigs and chickens just really don't care. As long as they have food, they are happy, and they are going to be so excited for some yummy cooked eggs. And even though these eggs are bad because they float, does not mean that they're all like really putrid and stuff like that. I mean, they don't smell bad. Out of all of the eggs that were there, there was only one egg that was really like bad, and when I cracked it and opened it, it's the only egg that squirted out at me. Go figure. But you know, it is what it is, whatever. It's still actually, even though it squirted out at me and even though it looked really bad, it didn't really smell really bad. No, I mean, it's on my hand. It doesn't smell bad. I am gonna go ahead and let these cool off. I'm gonna find a Tupperware to put them in, and then we'll probably get them fed to the animals hopefully tomorrow morning. I don't know if they'll eat all of this because that's kind of a lot of eggs, but maybe tomorrow morning and then tomorrow night, or either tomorrow morning and then the following morning they'll eat it again. More for like breakfast. But that's really it. I wanted to share that with you. And then these are all of the eggs that we have left over. These are eggs from the end of April. I think the oldest eggs in here are probably from April 13th, I think was the oldest egg that I saw, but there wasn't many of those. Most of the really older ones like that went in that pan. All of these right here, for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but none of these have dates on them, which is kind of odd for me because I put dates on usually all of the eggs. So I'm not quite sure what happened with this batch here. However, what I'm doing is I took out the biggest eggs here and I want to eat these first. Just because I kind of feel bad for the chickens. They pushed out such big eggs. I don't want them to go bad. So these will be the first set of eggs that we eat. And then I'm still going through and like picking out the biggest eggs. I'll just be checking them regularly. Just before I cook them, I'll float them and see if they float or not. I have the eggshells here in the bag. And I am going to, I have never baked them before. I usually just stick them in a bowl, let them air dry, and then crush them up. Sometimes I turn them into a powder form with my, it's an old coffee grinder. I'll put them in that and just like really make them into powder, or we'll give it to them kind of crushed like this. This bowl here has some, there must have been some wet stuff in here because these are stuck to the bottom. So I've got to clean this out here. And this is the powder form. So all of this goes back to the chickens and they are very grateful for it. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. For some of those newer homesteaders out there that have the same problem that I do, where you get an abundance of eggs. My daughter does not like eggs. When she was younger, she used to like scrambled eggs. My son loves them. He'll eat like 4 eggs at a time. He's a big egg eater. She'll eat eggs, obviously, like if they're in cakes and stuff like that, where she can't see them or taste them. And she doesn't have a problem with that at all. She'll even know it's in there, and that doesn't bother her. But eating an egg by itself, she's really not that big on it. So that's just one less person. There's only 3 people eating eggs in my house. I do try to sell them online. Sometimes I get people who are interested and sometimes I don't. But if you're in this area and you watch my videos and you need some eggs, and let's say you're not a homesteader, or maybe you have rabbits and we have eggs, we might be willing to do some sort of a trade with you guys. So we're always looking to barter with people. Just looking for more people in our area. So it would be really cool to just find some people who live around us and do some trade-off kind of stuff. But yeah, so just wanted to share this kind of information with you guys. If you have any question about anything that we do here on the homestead, please don't hesitate to, you know, ask in the comments below. I have no problem answering your questions. If you have comments, please keep them kind. I do delete mean comments just because they're not nice to be on the channel, and it does say to be respectful. Sometimes people don't like to follow the rules, but we are a family channel and like to keep things, you know, just friendly. So we're a friendly family and we like other people to be friendly with us. So just keep your comments nice down below, and make sure you hit the little like button, share this video with your friends, and until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.